his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Hello everyone, my name is Aiden Hernandez, also known as K-Pop Cat Master. So I'm just here to talk about something that I've been hiding for a long time now. And also just other secrets that I have that I've been also holding on for a long time now. So I guess let's just begin with the big one. Or I guess let's just start with the smaller secrets, I guess. But also just go diving into my life so far. So yeah, I was born on May 3rd, 2010. I used to live in an apartment. I used to live in two apartments actually. The first one I don't remember too much. I mean we didn't last there for too long because I was very little. I was just born, so I don't really remember too much from it. But eventually we did move to like a different apartment. This other apartment, still have my memories. Going into that place and staying in there. You know, I didn't have like cable, so all I could watch was like PBS Kids or Cubo. There was also Smile of a Child, Planeta U, stuff like that. Um, you know, I was just a little kid, and I was used to doing all this routine stuff. Staying with my mom most of the time, just watching, entertain my the TV. Like I could just watch TV or just watch YouTube. Um, I watched a bunch of YouTube channels. I mean, I remember watching The Annoying Orange. That was the big one. There's also Zach Scott Games. That was another channel I used to watch. Um, I just like them, and I want to, like, after a few years I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Like I've been thinking about doing YouTube ever since 2016, around that time. Yes, I was 6 years old and I wanted to do YouTube because watching all that YouTube, that kind of just inspired me to do it. That I'm currently doing now. So I guess let's just delve into my school life. So um, I didn't really do any preschool at all. Um, Preschool, I pretty much skipped it. I don't remember, but I remember going into this like small classroom and like it was like outside of every. So I go to this elementary school for like a few years. Like, I think it was, yeah, it was like around 6 years because it taught like from kindergarten all the way to fifth grade, and you know there was like many different like places. I'll just explain later, but like there was like a building or just like a small little house or whatever, or house shaped building that had like a classroom inside. I don't remember, but like I feel like I went there once, but I don't remember much from it. Um, so I didn't really do preschool at all. I don't think I did. But eventually I went into kindergarten. I remember the first day. I still have a photo of me in my um kindergarten. Yeah, I still have my kindergarten first day of school photo. It's right here. Um, God, I can't believe it's been a decade ago. But um, so you know, around this time, my parents and myself, I was like 5 years old around this time. We didn't really know I had autism. Um, so I remember my we went to I want we me and my mom, we were driving to the school, and we went to the classroom, and then I remember like going in there and seeing my mom just leaving me behind. I was like very angry. I was screaming everywhere. Um, I just couldn't handle anything, and the teacher was like super concerned. He was angry at times because I did very not good things, and eventually, sometime during that school year, the teacher talked to my mom for a bit, um, and she thinks that like I have autism because I'm acting this way, and my mom at the time didn't really know what that was. You know, this was all way before I was diagnosed with it, but this this like pretty much shocked her. I don't remember where I was during that time. Maybe I was still in the classroom. I don't even know. But I really didn't know that up until like I think a few years ago that my mom, told me, or whenever we had like appointments for my autism disorder or whatever, that's when I recently, heard about it. Um, well, we'll get on to that later. So yeah, here's just one. Here's like two secrets combined, I guess, or whatever. Um, things I've been hiding for a long time. So let's start. So I have autism, right? But there was like there was one thing that was kind of sticking on to me for a long time now. I used to drink out of a baby bottle until I was around like 12 years old, 11 years old. Yes, even I have proof. I have a photo. This photo right here was taken when I was 7 years old, and you can see me holding a baby bottle. Yes, you guys may think I'm weird. You guys may laugh at me, but I don't know. For a long time now, I just couldn't get away from drinking a baby bottle. Like, I was growing addicted to it. Like, I couldn't get out of it. And, whenever there was like, let me tell you, whenever there was, someone or a visitor, a bunch of visitors in the house, and whenever it's late at night, I would usually just tell my mom to hide the baby bottle from everyone else because I didn't want to embarrass myself. And yes, I've been grown to this baby bottle for over 10 years now. I'm pretty sure I started drinking milk out of a cup when I was 11 years old. Yeah, it was super embarrassing, but I don't know. I just somehow stuck with it. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with my autism because I keep using things like during my routine. So if I do something different, like at the time, I just didn't really know too much about change. I always wanted everything to be the same. So you know, I stuck along with the baby bottle. I couldn't stop drinking it. Yeah, it may be stupid, but it really just does happen like this. Um, I guess here's the other thing that maybe caused my autism. So this one also has been going on for a decade now, even to this day. Unlike the baby bottle, this has been going on to this day. Um, I don't really eat vegetables. Yes, that's true. Let me tell you, every breakfast, I would usually eat those sandwiches, the Jimmy, whatever the heck. I would just put a picture of that on the screen. I also used to eat French fries every breakfast. I also just now eat pizza rolls as well for every breakfast. That's what I just eat every breakfast. Yeah, it's nothing healthy at all. And that's pretty much applies to everything else. Lunch, I eat pizza. Specifically from Little Caesars because why not? And I've been eating Little Caesars for over 10 years every day. Yes, I'm not even kidding. To this day, I'm still eating Little Caesars for 10 years now. 10 years straight every single day. Maybe not every single day, but like a lot of days, like almost every single day. And yeah, that may be shocking that, what, how do you look still good to this day? I do exercise. Um, I do drink water. Um, I still do those things, to at least help me keep strong, even though I'm eating all this junk food. And then we have dinner, which I usually just eat like a peanut butter sandwich. Um, yeah, ever since for a long time now, I still eat that. I've been trying my best to eat other foods, but for some reason, just vegetables disgust me a lot. I do not like the way they look, and I would never ever try to eat them. Never. Even rice. Like one time, like, oh whatever. I thought that was something weird. Cut that. Anyways, one time, my mom wanted me to. This was very recently, by the way. One time, during a restaurant, my mom tried to make me eat rice, and I tried. I was chewing it, but I was trying. My mom told me so I can like suck it up in my throat, and I was coughing hard that I couldn't even like finish it. I had to spit it out because oh god, I even had to drink so much because to get like that weird like thing out of my mouth. Like something felt weird in my mouth from eating for like almost eating that. I had to stop doing that. Like I just don't like how my parents just like force me to eat something I don't want. Like even when I tell them no, I don't want to eat it, they do this to me. But like I've been trying to eat more stuff. I guess. I mean, I eat grapes every school day, whatever. Um, I eat burgers. That's really it, I guess. I mean, I like bananas sometimes, apples sometimes. Yeah, I pretty much just only eat fruit. I don't really like vegetables, and I don't know if I will ever eat vegetables. Like, yeah, I know it's healthy for you to eat vegetables, not junk food every day, but I don't know what's going on. It's just my autism, or just something in my brain just makes me just not want to eat them. Maybe one day eventually I'll go on a diet or something. It really just has been going on like this for a decade, and it is how it is. Maybe eventually I will go on a healthy diet, but yeah, I still do regular exercise, drink water, all of that. Um, recently, like I had a doctor's appointment. If some of you probably already know, I have to eat pecans every day, like 6 pecans every day, because that helps me be healthy. I guess a little more healthy. So yeah, that's really just the secrets I've been holding on to for a long time. Anyways, back to elementary school. Um, so yeah, I was going nuts. Yeah, like the teacher was thinking I may have had autism, and I didn't really notice for a long time because like they never told me. I mean, I was 5 years old. How would I know that? But yeah, I think the first time I ever heard of that was maybe when I got my first autism appointment, I believe. But that was during middle school. Let's just go back to where we were. So, yeah, during kindergarten, I was an insane kid. I would just like hit desk or yell or scream or get mad. Keep doing random sounds, doing random stuff with my hands. Like, I was going insane. The teacher was getting tired. I usually even get sent to the office so many times because I kept having this behavior, and I don't know why it does that. But like, by the time I went into first grade, that's kind of when all that stuff just ended. I was a normal kid. I mean, yeah, I kept doing the same sounds or whatever, but I was growing up. I was still learning. Um, I guess let me just talk about this because it kind of just sort of goes into the big thing I want to talk about later. But back during elementary school, I didn't really have a lot of friends. Like at the latest, I only get like one friend to hang out with, maybe two if I'm lucky. But I remember in kindergarten, so in this elementary school, um, there were two playgrounds. There was one specifically for the kindergartners, and then there was the other playground for the other grades. I remember when I got into that playground and when I saw everyone else with each other, with like their friends or whatever, I was like the only one. I remember I was like screaming hard because I was alone. Like, why? Like, and then I think I remember going into like just sitting in the front of the building as a timeout corner or something because I was just screaming or whatever. I really wanted a lot of friends because you know it wasn't cool that I was left alone like this. Like to this day, sometimes even like I usually just go to lunch without any of my friends. Like I go alone. Like nobody's following me. Nobody's doing any of that. I'm just alone. No one to talk to. No one to hang out with. Nothing like that. It I but I'll explain that more later. Um yeah, I never had any friends. But first grade was when I met Leo. If you don't know Leo, he was in my the earliest videos on my on this channel. But yeah, that's when I met him. I still don't talk to him to this day, but for some reason I just can't contact him. But we do. I do see him like once in a while. But anyways, yeah, I met him. You know, this was really the first time that I had someone to actually talk to because back in kindergarten I had no one to talk to. I was just alone, just being angry, whatever. I didn't like it. But yeah, me and Leo would hang out every day or whatever during recess. I think at one point we even had the same class, but um yeah, then we got second grade. Second grade I had this good teacher. He was pretty funny too. I liked him. Um yeah, he was a chill teacher. I don't think he works in that school anymore, but I liked him. I still had Leo in my class. Um, that was really. I don't think I got any new friends there. I guess that kind of just leads into this other thing. So we also had like a special class. If you don't know what a special class is, it's usually just like about like every day will like rotate. So there was like music, there was art, there was like PE, and there was like library, whatever. There was like four. So I like art because art was pretty chill. Music, when I was in kindergarten, when I was very little, I did not like the music. I remember whenever the class was singing whatever, I would go under the desk or whatever, and I would just hide in there and just cover my ears because it was too loud for me. Um, PE I also did not like, because I thought the teacher was annoying. He was making everyone laugh. I did not like it at the slightest. I really hated it. I mean, I hope he's doing well. He's chill, but at the time I didn't really like him. And that was pretty much the only special class I just did not care for in the slightest. Yes, I don't play sports or I mean I exercise, but I don't really play sports all too much. And then library, that was probably my favorite special class at the time. I'm not sure you can see this, but I have a whole collection of books because during elementary school, I used to be addicted to books. Like I have tons of books. Good times, bro. The book fair, that was good. Anyways, back to second grade. He was a pretty chill teacher. I liked him. I mean, the first grade teacher was also pretty chill. Kindergarten, I mean, I guess she was chill, but she was also kind of strict. But you know, I still hang out with Leo for the whole school year, I guess. Then we get to third grade. Third grade, I actually have a yearbook. Let me see. I can show you. Wait, because I don't want to review everyone else, but or just cut me to showing the folder or whatever. Okay, so I have the yearbook. Let me just find me. Here I am. What up? Sorry if it's blurry. I'm just gonna censor out the other photos. Come on, camera, focused. Well, yeah, that's me. Sorry if you can't see it, but that's me right there. Yeah, it looks so different. I also have these other photos. Um, you know, this one was taken in like second grade. This one was taken in like sixth grade. I'm pretty sure that's all I have in here. I have more photos, but I don't want to show them here because my parents are busy. So yeah. Yeah. So I got this teacher. She was very strict. Like my mom did not like her really at all because she thought the teacher was very strict, and yeah, I have to admit, looking back, she was very strict. Well, yeah, I think I I think around this time was when Leo moved out of the school. Yeah, he didn't come to the school anymore. I believe second grade is pretty much the last year he came, and I was like, I remember, I remember he that you know he just left the school. I was like, what happened? Why did he leave? And now I'm just left alone again. But I remember this one incident. Let me tell you, it was during recess, so we were in the other playground, not the kindergarten one. But I remember, I don't know what happened, but me and Leo were kind of fighting, or Leo kind of started it. I didn't really attack or anything like that because I was a good kid. But I remember, I think he pushed me down, and then that's when I started to cry, and everyone else, I think around the playground, saw me, and then me and Leo went to the office eventually. Yeah, he got in trouble. I don't remember what was even for because we were friends for a long time. I don't even know how that happened or why he did this in the first place, but whatever. So yeah, he's no longer in the school anymore. I'm just alone. That made this guy he was in also my class, but his name is Braden. He was pretty chill. I liked him. He was funny at times. So he kind of just became the replacement for Leo. You know, he was such a cool kid, and he was a cool friend. I liked him. No, I hung out with him for the whole school year. Um, I guess we can just talk about more about the teachers. Yeah, she was very strict, but I remember this one time there was this like water park or whatever, or party or whatever, that was happening in like the recess area of the school. So we were very excited. This was around the end of the school year. Um, I think I have a video of me going down the slide, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was during that time. I remember that like at the time I didn't know how to change myself. So when I told the teacher I wanted my mom to change me, that she got mad. She thought I was a baby. Like that's messed up. Like that's really messed up. I remember one time when I said like, "Hey," I didn't say her name, but when I said "Hey" to her, she got really mad because I didn't say her name, and she thinks "Hey" is like a bad way to introduce or just to talk to someone. Like I don't like that. Like I don't know what kind of logic she was doing, but really was not good. Yeah, even my mom hated her. We just really hated that teacher. Then we get to fourth grade. And unfortunately, Brandon had to move out as well. I don't know why a lot of my friends are moving out. It's really stupid. I forgot why he left, but I remember he gave me a note to say that you know he'll be fine. He won't miss me, stuff like that. I don't even know I have that note anymore. I don't think I do, but yeah, I missed them, and pretty much I was left with just myself again. The only friend I could think of, I had this like one girl who was like my friend for like the school year, or probably I think she moved out though. like during the school year. I don't even remember. But yeah, she was my friend for a bit there. After that, like I haven't seen her either. I forgot her name even. So I don't remember much, but yeah, and then during this school year was when like the COVID-19 pandemic happened, back in 2020. So we went on Zoom calls now. No, I think if I remember, we went from Zoom meetings to Google Meet. That was in fifth grade, but yeah, we stayed on like Zoom for a while because the COVID-19 pandemic. I forgot how we did special. I don't think we had any special classes, but you know we the class just stayed online, whatever. I don't remember much. I think I did the call on my mom's old phone whenever we joined her because there was like a specific link that you have to go on and just to join the class, whatever. And that just kind of just sort of went into fifth grade. So fifth grade, this was my last year at the school. Yeah, they didn't provide sixth grade because I don't know why, but yeah, fifth grade. This teacher also was kind of strict. I mean, not as strict as the third grade teacher, but um, she was very strict. So here's the weird thing. So for some reason, so instead of like staying on a one call the whole day, we have to just join or watch videos for every class, whatever. So we usually, so like the whole class alone is like split into two essentially. Like it's the same teacher, but it's split into two classes. We have the morning class and the afternoon class. I'm pretty sure yeah, I had the afternoon class if I remember. I don't even know. I forgot. But I had the afternoon class. In the morning, I would just do like work, I guess, and go to special classes. The special classes were just like videos or whatever. Maybe sometimes even video calls, but I forgot about that. I think that was fourth grade. I don't even know. But I forgot what I'm about to say. Whoops. Um. So yeah, this teacher was very strict. I would go in the afternoon class. I was inside that class. Yeah, she was kind of strict sometimes. I kind of did not like her at all. But I remember I had her earlier for like, I think it was an intervention class. I don't even know. But yeah, I used to have her for like an intervention class, not the actual class, but like a different class, I believe. But yeah, we stayed on the video call for a long time, but I think at some point in like the second semester we were allowed to go back like in person inside. For some reason, like it's an optional to do that. I mean, because the COVID-19 pandemic was still going, but you know, so there was like very few students in the class because again, just not good stuff happened. Yeah, I remember the good times. We were watching the Sonic movie and like that live action Dora movie. You even remember that movie? I don't remember it, and I don't care for it. But yeah, good times, man. I wish we had that in high school, bro. We can watch movies like whenever we want. Oh my god, it was good times. But like around the end of that year, I don't know why I was kind of in a cranky mood, and I would usually just get mad and crash out, whatever. I remember this one time I wanted to play this one specific game while everyone else was like out. Like me and the other class, I think pretty sure it was like only like four students, including me. So there was like three other people. I remember we got this like paper or newspaper, whatever, book or whatever. I forgot what it was, or magazine. Um, there was this game section. There was this game section. There was multiple games on it. We were playing one game where we were searching like for objects. I forgot what it was called. I thought it was like a look and search or something. But I wanted to play this other game. It was like a riddle game, and I remember that I wanted to play it, but everyone else was busy with the other thing. And the teacher told me that you could play on his own, and then that's when I got mad because I didn't know how to do a riddle. And yeah, I kind of just crashed out. I crashed out. I was crying up until like my parents picked me up, and yeah, they were very mad. I was upset. So yeah, that was kind of the all the time I was at that school for I don't know 5 years now or sixth grade, I mean, the school I went previously didn't offer sixth grade, so I have to go to a different school. We were planning to go to the school that was closest to me, but my mom apparently did not like the teachers, so we went to this other school that's a little far away, but you know, and we usually have like two different teachers. So in the morning we have like one teacher, and then the rooms are like connected. So there's like this other door, and we go into it, and that's when we get the other teacher. The first teacher would teach like reading and writing, whatever. And the other teacher would just talk about math. Um, I don't think there was any science. I mean, in elementary school there was like science, but at the time I was not good at science. Like the worst grade I got was like a D. I almost failed because I wasn't doing anything. I didn't know the concept of working together or just working or helping, because all I did was just walk around and just see everything. I wasn't doing anything. To be honest, I kind of just suck at science sometimes too, to this day. But anyways, we're in sixth grade. I met some just people. I guess there was this one boy that I was jealous. So that kind of leads into the big thing. Um, so for a long time now, um, I've wanted to be, the popular kid ever since kindergarten. Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. This is all real. Um, this has been a goal I wanted for 10 years now, currently to this day. And, those YouTube channels and people I just used to watch like back then, those kind of inspired me to, I mean, besides making my YouTube channel, but, I wanted to be like them where, I get everyone's attention, I have a bunch of friends, they care for me, stuff like that. And that was kind of something I wanted to do for a long time. So, and like elementary school, like I was a loser, nobody cared for me, so I was usually alone because some people thought I was weird. And to this day, even in high school, some people think I'm weird. I mean, I have autism. Like, I mean, I know it's not an excuse, but that's how I am. I act this way because I have this disability. Like, whenever somebody's talking to me that I don't know, like, I would usually just not give eye contact to them. Like, that's just part of it. Like, my mom, I can just use my eye contact, but like, whenever it's like a new teacher or whatever, I would just stare at a specific angle. I wouldn't even look at the teacher. Um, okay, yeah, what I was trying to say. So yeah, I wanted to be popular for a long time now. There were times where I was even close even, but we'll get to that when we get to high school and the current time right now. So sixth grade. So yeah, the teachers were very chill, I guess. Um, but this is kind of when like drama happened. So there was like two boys in specifically that were bullying me. Because they think I was a nerd, they think I'm stupid because I'm wearing glasses. So, I think around first or second grade, I went to like an eye appointment, and that's when I just started wearing glasses. So back when I was little, I I would usually, whenever I get a new pair of glasses, for some reason, whenever I get mad, I would just literally break the glasses in half every time. We always had to pay for new glasses, whatever. It was not good. It was a stressful time for my parents because they kept wasting money over glasses because I kept breaking them. I don't do that anymore, and I'll never do that because that's just wasteful. And around that time, by the way, is when I moved into this house you're seeing now. I've been in this house since 2017. It's almost a decade. But yeah, this is the house I'm currently at. Anyways, back to just the big thing. So, you know, during this time, the bullying things was happening. People kept calling me a nerd because I was wearing these glasses. Um, and I didn't like it. I was just sad. You know, that was kind of when I just introduced to people who were rude, who were mean, who were disrespectful, stuff like that. Like, yeah, once you get into middle school, there's a bunch of people that just will attack on you. They will just hate on you, disrespect you. Oh boy, once we get to 7th, 8th grade, that's when all that bad crap is gonna arise. But anyways, it wasn't too bad here. I met this guy named Tony. We didn't have the same class, but I met him during recess because I think one time I was just again alone, just sitting at the table, whatever, and then he approached me, and soon we became friends. Um, I don't know where he is now, but you know, he was a chill friend. I liked him. Um, then there was this new student. He moved in. His name was Roland. He was also chill. Um, yeah, I mean, I like all my old friends. I just wish I could see them again. Yeah, we also just hung out sometimes. And then this is also kind of when my YouTube career kind of just started. Um, I mean, I could go deep into that in like a different video, but this is about my personal life, not my YouTube life. But yeah, that was kind of when started making my own YouTube channel. That's kind of when like the popular goal of mine that I wanted for a long time, just kind of started to rise a bit. So I told people that you know about my YouTube channel. Someone to subscribe. It was a crazy time, and I liked it. I really liked it. Um, I also was a fan of the TV show Big City Dreams. If you know that show, that was when I was addicted to it. I remember this one time. I was at Leo's house and he was watching an episode of it. Like at the time, I was like, "Whoa, what's this?" And you know, I just watched it with him, and that's it. I kind of just sort of grew to love the show. I don't watch this show anymore, but it was a good show. Not gonna lie. So I used to be addicted to it. I even have some of my like drawings from this time. Um, I'll show them on screen, but yeah, those I made in 6th grade. Anyway, it was a good time. And also around this time, my friend Leo came to the school. Yeah, for this last time. He stayed in around the second semester, but and then eventually we formed this whole friend group. So it was me, Leo, Roland, and Tony. We had this whole group. We just hung out, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And then the bullying thing happened. I think one time, like one of the boys was just making fun of me. I think he tried to attack me or something one time, and they I started to cry and whatever. He even apologized, but like my mom was upset about this, and I believe he got like detention or something. I don't even remember. But yeah, that was it for 6th grade. Now I go to 7th grade. Um, so went from that school all the way to a different school. That's I guess a little closer to me, but this school is bad, especially when I get to 8th grade. So 7th grade, now we get introduced to periods. So there was homeroom where it's just the first class you stay in for before you get to the actual class. So you just stay in there, and then we have 7 periods. This is kind of when just all this not great stuff is happening. So I mean, I wasn't used to like going to like different classes every hour. And yeah, I remember on the first day I was screaming because I didn't know where my first period was or which hall it was because I didn't want to like to the school just to find all my classes. I don't think we did that. But um for what it was, I met some people there. I don't remember their names or anything. I mean, I had this one friend whose name is Diego. I had math class with him. He was pretty chill. I mean, back then I was annoying. To this day, even with that high pitched voice I have, I did not like that era of me at all. But yeah, he was chill. I met his friend from 7th grade to 8th grade. Um, so yeah, I mean, and but like there was like in some of my classes there was like specific like people who would just act annoying and would just want people's attention like in a bad way and just makes everything worse. Like in English class, let me tell you, English class in seventh grade, it was so bad. Not gonna lie, the teacher got like so angry. Like I don't know why, but the students kept making the teacher angry. They weren't listening to him or whatever. And that's kind of, and I'm pretty sure that was when he just left the school for good. And then we got like a new teacher halfway through. Yeah, these kids these days, bro, it's too much social media. Like, I mean, I use social media a lot sometimes, but I don't act like that. I'm a good kid. But like, it just was pathetic and annoying. I did not like it. Everything else was fine. Um, I mean, not really too much drama happened. But then we get into eighth grade. So eighth grade, that was kind of when I wanted more people to, give attention to me. You know, I still have my old previous channel, which was Aiden the King. Um, I wanted more and more people to subscribe to me to know about it. Yeah, and like sometimes I flex my YouTube channel, like in some of my classes, and at least over half of them will subscribe or just watch my videos. I remember this one time in like history class or whatever, like there were all like most of the students were gathering around the computer screen and watching all my shorts. Oh my god, that was insane. It just made me nervous. It was a good time, but like this was kind of when the drama rose. This was pretty much when the first and only year I've ever got like in trouble or big trouble, whatever. So me and this other kid, I'm not gonna say his name, but me and this other kid, so he went up to me and I thought he was gonna dab me up because he had me hand like that. I was gonna dab me up. I was gonna dab him up, and then he just tricked me, and then um I don't remember what happened next, but like then he like marched up to me, and then he started punching me like, and I actually almost attempted to punch him, but it was not good. And yeah, that drama happened. Me and that kid went to the office. That kid is no longer at school anymore. He was suspended, but I ended up getting a lunch detention for that. Yeah. And again, the kids there were bad. Like they were even worse than seventh grade. I'm not even kidding. Like there's people saying the N word constantly, just annoying the teacher. Like holy heck. I wish I would never go to that middle school. That middle school is bad. Do not go to it. It's bad. But yeah, I finally graduated. Yeah, there's a few photos on screen.
Adán Hernández Pacheco. Zachariah Hernandez.
Now we get into high school. So around the time I currently am in 2024 to now. So freshman year, that was kind of still when I'm just annoying. So I went to summer launch. Let me tell you, I just kept being annoying and just getting people's attention, whatever. Like some people just didn't care, but it was like most of the class just found me funny. I remember this one time I just like was laying out on like a table outside in the hallway and I broke it accidentally somehow. I don't even know, but it was pretty funny. But like I was really annoying. But around this time was when my mom let me use my phone during school, which was pretty cool. I mean, I only used it during lunch, but it was the first time I never used my phone like during class, during school or whatever. So what I would do was literally go use this phone or just my previous phone and just start recording on it and like just record other people like who want to be in the video, whatever. I still have clips of it, but I don't want to play it here. But yeah, I met tons of cool people. People who want to subscribe, stuff like that. But then I kind of died off because I remember one time at So it was like 6 p.m. around that time. I mean, I know right now 6 p.m., but around that time, the principal was calling my mom about like me recording, and yeah, she was kind of mad about that. So I took down all the videos. I don't know who snitched on her, or I'm not sure if they noticed me, but yeah, that I got like a warning for that. And yeah, that was the last ever time I ever vlogged. So remember, guys, when you enter high school, do not record vlogs at school. Don't do it, because you will get a warning, and yeah, just don't do it, please. Yeah, and, that was kind of just when my popularity just fell off. Freshman year I was sort of popular, tons of people recognized me, but like sophomore year that was kind of when just everything just fell apart. I was somewhat popular. I felt like a leader. I was confident in what I was doing. I was taking challenges. I was participating in like the games, like school was doing, like during assemblies and stuff like that. I wanted to get people's attention. I remember, like, yeah, back in freshman year, I used to flex. I don't really flex anymore on my social media or anything, but I really try my best to impress as many people as I can. I have a bunch of followers. I mean, on Instagram, I currently have 3,000. I flex my YouTube channel, stuff like that. But like sophomore year was kind of when just everything ended out. Around this time, or last year, I mean, currently now as well, I guess, because I'm about to talk about that. I was just jealous of other people. Like, there's huge crowds of this around these like few people, and I just wish I was like that. But like, some people just think I'm weird because I talk so loud and I just say annoying phrases 24/7 without any breaks. And yeah, that's kind of when just my popularity faded. Like, I know I was this like cool kid who would just talk loud and just cuss. I mean, I'm not trying to be like that anymore, but I just wish that more people would admire me, because now I'm junior year, and I just wish that people would admire me. Like, I help people. I'm very smart. I'm very kind. I'm very respectful. I'm a leader. I take like challenges, all that stuff, and I just wish that many people would see it. Like, just people don't care anymore. Like that was just kind of one of the goals I had for a long time, and I wanted that goal because I wanted that many friends, and using that social media and all of that stuff, just I felt like that could have helped me. But like reaching so many followers on my Instagram, I wish that could have helped. It didn't work. It just felt like now this time is just not that great for me. Not a lot of people are recognizing me anymore besides the friends I have in like some of my classes, but that's really it. In reality, it's just that that was one of the main reasons why I started this YouTube channel, because it was a way for me to get tons of people that want to see what I do, and attract their attention, whatever. I want so many subscribers because I want tons of people to see what I do and stuff I'm interested in, that I think that other people are interested in. And I mean, yeah, I kind of just did that go on YouTube, but in person I'm not really all too popular. Feels like I'm just a ghost to everyone. I don't like it at all. Really, the only other thing I have to say is I want a girlfriend, alright? I really do. Actually, I'm not making this up. This is not edited. This is not a joke. It's real. I want a girlfriend, like an actual one. I just wish I had this like one companion that next to me that was interested in the stuff I do, would like to be in my videos, whatever. I want to find true love someday, but that day has not happened. I just get jealous that other people are getting their own girlfriend, and I want to talk to like someone at the school about it, but I just don't have the confidence. Um, I just feel kind of nervous and embarrassed about it. I just never talked to it. It's been something I've been holding on for a long time, and I want I just want true love. I want someone to be here next to me, and someone that would laugh at my jokes, someone that would admire me, respect me, be supportive towards me, because I want someone like that, but that day hasn't happened. I just don't know what to do. I'm just nervous to do it though, like to go and find a girl. Like during Valentine's Day of last school year, I made a poster. My friend suggested I make a poster, just and it says like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend" or whatever, and that idea didn't really work, and that just failed miserably. And I don't think I'm doing that idea ever again. Sorry, but I don't know what to do. That's kind of one of the wishes this is just kind of one of the things I want from my bucket list before I die. I want true love. I just want true love. I want someone to be here with me. Someone that, admires me and respects me and all that stuff. I just wish, there would be a ton of girls around me, because, I like girls and stuff like that, and I want just like more wider audience. I want to be like a celebrity one day. That's kind of just one of my dreams. I'm becoming a film director, and that could just lead me to going to Hollywood, maybe becoming a celebrity, maybe tons of people liking my movies, stuff like that. I want people, and just especially girls, to be impressed by me. I'm a kind person. I help people. Whenever they drop something, I just help them pick them up, or whenever they're playing volleyball or whatever, and whenever the ball is like close to me, I could just kick it back to them. I'm that kind. I'm a good kid. I'm a good person. The staff like me. I respect the staff. I'm very smart. I'm taking honors. I do my very best to pass as many classes as I can. Increase my GPA, all of that stuff. It's just that those are one of the things that I want to happen before I die. Same with popularity. I guess I can just list off a few other things on my bucket list that I just want to happen before I die or pass away. So yeah, reaching, I guess, 1 million subscribers on YouTube and receiving my own YouTube play button. That's something I've been kind of wanting for a while. The thing is, it's just that I never got monetized for anything. I never just go into the program or anything, because I remember one time, a user told me like, if I do it, then my channel could get terminated, and yeah, I just never did it ever since. I would never do it ever again. Just no. Like maybe eventually when I'm older, I'll try to monetize the channel. Maybe delete a few videos that are currently seen. So if you want to just, archive as many videos as you can, sure, you go ahead, you can do it. But, one day those videos will be gone. Maybe I'll keep a few old ones, but, one day I want to earn money from YouTube and also from just my film production studio if I ever get one. I guess here's another thing. Let's see what else. What else, if I can remember. I want. I want to increase my running speed a lot. I want to run as fast as I can. I want to beat a car. I know it's not humanly possible, but running's kind of been my main thing. Whenever I just exercise, I just love running. And so, I want to keep increasing my learning speed. I just want to impress a bunch of people. I just want to be the school kid, and I want more people to appreciate me for who I am. I just wish that would happen right now, but right now I'm kind of in a state where people just have their own companion or their own girlfriend or whatever, and they're not paying attention to me at all. They don't think I'm funny. They don't think I'm cool. Just all that nonsense, and I just wish one day, I want everyone. I want to be that one guy that anyone could talk to. Because yes, I may be weird, but that's pretty much part of my disorder or whatever. I respect all of you. I really do. I help people. I protect you all. I'm a leader. I'm not perfect, obviously. I make mistakes sometimes. Even not some great, like some bad mistakes. But it is what it is, That's how life is. Maybe eventually I'll have that dream, happen for once and for all. It's been 10 years since I wanted to start that goal. I'll try my best to keep continuing it. Whenever I have the time to. I know, right now I'm just not interested in the goal. Because right now I'm just like I said, I'm just in a state where nobody's really just recognizing me anymore. Eventually I'll just talk to my counselor about this, about some of the stuff I'm talking about in this video. Because it's just been something I've been holding on to for a long time that I just haven't told you guys up until now. I just want to let you guys know that thank you all for everything. This was one of the goals. I want to start a YouTube channel, get tons of subscribers. I had a few little channels before this. Some were successful, some weren't successful, but I'm still here alive, providing videos to you all, videos that would interest you. I'm trying my best to get as many views as I can. I just want to support you all, help you if you need anything. I'm here. I'm almost an adult now. I'm about to enter to my next chapter. It's my life is just changing in the moment. It's currently changing. Many new things are happening. I'm just I'm happy but sad at the same time that all this stuff is happening. It just really means a lot that this channel exists. I made this channel. I'm making the videos. I'm receiving all the support I'm getting. I made a bunch of friends like you guys who are viewing this video. Because it really means a lot. I never had that many friends in elementary school, and I feel like now is the perfect time to explain everything that I was holding on to for many years. I don't want you guys to think I'm just weird or whatever. I'm being honest here, explaining the truth, being honest, just saying what I need to say, because I feel like I have the confidence to tell you guys everything. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be new stuff just added to this. I don't even know, because I'm recording this on August 5th, I believe, 2026. I'm not sure when this video will come out, but yeah. That's it. So see you guys all next time. Bye. I guess here's the last thing. So thanks for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me, and I hope to grow more as time goes on and move on with my life. So And Hernandez, aka K-Pop Catmaster, is signing out. Bye. Oh yeah, here's a bonus of something that I made at school. I guess I want to show you here right now. This is something cool I made um a few days ago. Enjoy. Hey guys, and you may be wondering, um, yes, I'm in my pajamas, and yes, it's about 5 a.m. I'm recording this like 2 days since the other long recording, and the reason I'm doing this is because I accidentally forgot to mention a few things in the other recording for some reason. I've been sitting in that same setting for about an hour, and even still, I forgot a few things. So, let's start with just my physical stuff, I guess, because it's kind of a habit that I just have that I haven't shown you. So sometimes I would have like pimples, around the forehead. You can see like one tiny one there. Um, It's not too many. I mean, there's also like small pimples around the face, on the cheeks here. But yeah, there's sometimes would be some big pimples like just around the forehead, especially. So there's like a little one, and there's also this one. And the other thing is my fingers. So two of my fingers are like this, and for some reason I have the habit to just bite them. Yeah, I still do it to this day. I don't even know why I keep doing it. I try not to, but I don't know. I just can't do it. I can show you it, so you can see it looks really weird. Yes, I know. That was just me having the habit of just biting my finger so many times, and it is what it is. Yeah, the white is just from. Yeah, it's just how from dry it is because I haven't put too much cream on this. And I can show you the other finger. This one is also weird looking. So yeah, further I mentioned those for the pimples are caused by like how much cheese I'm eating. I already told you I ate so much pizza, so that the cheese from the pizza is definitely causing this to happen. Also, I have like high cholesterol, which I don't think is good, or something. I don't even know, but yeah, those are just part of my physical appearances. The other thing, I already talked about this before in a video, but I probably did that video if you remember. But my parents are very strict because I have autism, and sometimes I just don't listen. Sometimes I accidentally forget a few details, or just stuff like that. So my parents always just tell me to do like a specific thing, so I can memorize or whatever. Sometimes I don't really memorize because I'm just taking this off. But what I'm trying to say is, whenever I'm asked to do something, sometimes I just either don't get it right, or I just don't know where things I need to get are. And apparently sometimes my mom especially like gets mad at me, or not really gets mad at me, but talks like in a negative way in a bit, and I don't particularly like that because it just heartbreaks me a lot. Yeah, like I'm 16 now. I'm almost an adult. I'm a teenager, and I'm starting to make my own decisions. I haven't drive a car yet. Yes, I know. I was planning to this summer, but my parents just thought the weather was too hot for me to do it. So Yeah, I'm 16. I still haven't got to drive yet. And who knows when. I don't even know at this point. But anyways, back to the thing I was talking about. So, I make decisions and you know, I do like daily things at different times. So I make my bed. I mean, on school days, I would usually just make the bed. Yes, I was sleeping in here because I just woke up. And yeah, I would make the bed like early in the morning when I'm ready to wake up. Then I go brush my teeth. Then I go eat breakfast, and then I just stay in my pajamas and like going on my phone for a bit. I just shower like around like 11 a.m. to like 12 p.m. I just choose any time between those. But like one time when my mom was cleaning all the floors, in my room, she told me that she makes this dumb excuse that I go on my phone like all day. I don't do anything. Like I'm stupid because I'm on my phone. Like really? Like yes, I go on my phone, but like I do other things. I'm smart. It's that really heartbreaks me. I even recorded it. Well, not the whole thing, but I recorded it. And then, you know, yeah, there were other times where I just didn't shower until like a little later because that was my decision. And yeah, my mom keeps getting mad at me for that, which is really stupid because she wants me, to make my own decisions. But like, how can I do that if you're not letting me shower whatever time I want? It's pretty stupid. I mean, unless if there's like an emergency or unless there's like a hospital appointment or doctor's appointment, you know what? I'll let that slide. But like the other things, like really, and my dad especially. I mean, my dad as well because, I mean, he's not as bad. He's tolerable, but at times he could just talk to me in a negative way and just yell at me, I guess. So one time I was listening to music with these and I was vibing, I was dancing because I love the music, and my dad saw me and then told me I was crazy for vibing. I even recorded me just getting mad after that incident. I didn't record the actual incident, but I did not like that at all. It just let me do anything I want. This is my house. This is technically where I live. This is where I live. Let me do anything I want. I can dance anywhere. Like my mom's fine with that. Like she herself is fine with that. But my dad, he thinks I'm crazy for doing this stuff. Like, really? They're also very strict with like who I talk to. So I'm really only allowed to talk to like any family member. That's it. Or just Leo. Even though I can't talk to him right now. But yeah, that's all I could do. I can only talk to my cousins, my grandparents, just other ancestors, family members, just all that. That's all I could do. I cannot call other people at all. There's a reason why I hide apps like Instagram and Discord, like behind folders. That's what I do. I would just make a folder, put in a bunch of random apps in the front, so none of the social media apps show up in the front, and then I put Discord and Instagram on the second page, or just any other page. Then that's what I do, so my parents wouldn't check because sometimes my mom goes through my phone and checks through my photo gallery. And God, I hate when she does that. Like one time I was getting a haircut, bro. She literally just went through it without me knowing, because she just thought it was a good idea. That's why I also have the camera hidden and the gallery app hidden, because I don't want anyone to just go through my stuff without my permission. So please don't do this again, please. Yeah, anyways. I have online friends, I met on YouTube and also Discord. I talk to them. But like there's a reason why I rarely go to video calls now or just make any, because my parents are very strict with who I talk to. Yeah. Ever since I started my previous channel, Ethan the King, they were very strict with who I want to talk to. and still like this to this day. Um, the thing I really do whenever there's a call, I'm usually just at like someone else's house or there's a party going on. That's when I would join. Or if there's like any other visitors in the house, that's what I could do. But besides that, I can't join video calls if I'm just the only one. My parents are the only ones here. So yeah. Um, let's see what else. I guess here's something else I just forgot. Um, I was diagnosed with autism, I think back in 2023, 2024. I believe it was 2024. I'm not exactly sure, but that was like like right before I graduated middle school, I believe. So yeah, I was diagnosed with it. Yeah, they determined that yes, I indeed did have autism. Um, you know, I never really got into like any special classes specifically because I have it. Like I just go to normal classes like every other normal kid do. But yeah, they determined I have autism. Yeah, there are times where, like I said, or like early in this documentary, that you know I act differently, I see things differently, I behave differently, I say different things, I do some weird things. Not really like just repeat things, I guess. That's another way to put it. But yeah, that was just something I just accidentally forgot to mention. Trying to think of what else I'm missing because I don't want to miss something like major here. So I believe that's it. I'm not even sure, but I guess let's talk about just my life now. I'm a junior year. Technically recording this on Friday, so I don't go to school until like an hour, 2 hours later. So yeah, I still have lots of time, but I'm a junior now. My classes are, I mean, some of them were good, but some of them were just awkward. And, I mean, I get it. It's the first week. Nobody really knows each other, but I have that film class, and yeah, I made my first movie on there. You can see it. I'll just play on the screen. Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out. So that movie was a silent movie. That was our first project, pretty much. It was supposed to be a silent movie. It was supposed to be a 30-second one, but the reason it just ended so early is because like we only had like 15 minutes to finish that. We couldn't even finish it because it's impossible. Like the teacher just like made it impossible on purpose, just to see how we could possibly do it. And yeah, so there was supposed to be like more scenes to it. There was supposed to be like a scene where, so there was like 3 people. So it was just me and then my 2 other friends, whatever. Yeah, there was supposed to be a scene after me getting punched that they were protesting, they were holding up signs, I believe. And then the ending was supposed to have like, me just saying that, the speaking law is no longer a law anymore. You can speak, whatever. Yeah, it was supposed to be like that, but no, we didn't finish it. But yeah, we're slowly getting into, making more movies in my film class, and I'm hoping to show you guys all of them eventually. Because I'm taking this film class for 2 years, this year and then senior year. So, I'm ready to see what this has to offer and show you guys what I'm doing. Because yeah, this is really the first step to my film director job that I wanted. Um, you know, um, I'm just gonna say here that keep your head up, be confident, do what you want to do. Um, ask for support if you need it or help or whatever. Just stay calm, feel good about yourself, and hope you have like people to support you, stuff like that. So I believe that's it for this video. Finally, because this documentary is already an hour long and I'm kind of tired. I mean, I just woke up. So let me tell you, I was I can't even speak. So last night, I usually sleep at 9 because it's a school day. But like it was around like 8:30, and my eyes were really like telling me to close. So I closed my eyes because my eyes were kind of tired, and then I accidentally fell asleep. I turned off the TV and everything, but I forgot to disconnect the phone from charging because I left it in the kitchen. And yeah, I accidentally left it. And yeah, I fell asleep and I just woke up around like 3:30. Yeah, I don't even know how, but it just happened. So yeah, my sleep schedule is kind of weird because I on the weekends or just during summer I would listen to music, which I'm kind of doing right now because I was listening to music before I started recording. But yeah, that's what I usually do. I would sleep at like around 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. I mean, I know it's bad, but like it is what it is. I usually just wake up at 8. Um, and on school day I just sleep at 9. So that's real. That's just what I do. Um, yeah, that was kind of a weird thing that happened. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you liked it, and yeah, see you next time. Aiden Hernandez, aka K-pop Cat Master, aka Aiden the King, aka Aiden 2010, aka I don't know, is signing out. Bye. For real this time. Hey guys, yeah, I'm at school. I'm walking alone because I just got back from my appointment, whatever. So I did talk to my counselor, and she gave me some advice that during film class that other people could express ideas to me. She also talked about like just making more new friends. We already have plenty, but yeah, I'll still try to think of ideas to get like popular or whatever. I know popular is not really a thing here, but I'll try to find something to do. Like I can't vlog or anything like that, but that's what I'm trying to explain here. So yeah, I'll talk about more later, even though this video is already an hour long. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause it right here. There's still like maybe a few more things that I would like to talk about in this documentary video, but this video is already pretty long, and I'm assuming you guys are probably just tired, and yeah, I know I keep saying this video will finally end, and this time it will finally end. I'm very busy with school at the moment that just haven't been focusing on editing stuff right now at the moment. Um, I've been going through my classes. I've been talking to counselors and stuff like that, just about things and just some of the stuff that I talk about in this documentary. So yeah, that's really it. Who knows if there's gonna be a part 2? I kind of doubt it, but there's pretty much a lot more to come. But I'm just gonna end here. Let's see, what else could I say? I'm trying to figure out what to say, but I'm kind of tired right now. Lately my sleep schedule's kind of been screwed up a bit, like since yesterday, which I already told you before, or just last night, whatever the heck. And yeah, my eyes are kind of just telling me to close, and I'm trying my best to stay awake and not do the same thing as last time. So yeah, so I've been doing okay now. I'm feeling a bit better. Yeah, the counselor told me a few advice that I could already, as you probably already saw earlier. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it off here. Thank you all so much. I just wanted to tell you guys about everything. And I want you guys to understand that what I've been going through for so long. Yeah, thanks for watching. It really means a lot. It helps me a lot, supports me. Hope you guys support me. Subscribe. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. So that's all I'm gonna say. Goodbye, everyone. Love you and miss you.